Today we're going to be making an effect for YEAT for one of his music videos. This is something I would include in a music video for him if I were to record one. We're gonna be taking clips from the Off the Line music video. There's already the shutter picture effect, and I wanna go through and kind of sauce it up. All right, so open up After Effects. You can see this is the effect that was already in there. Nice transition. I like the way that looked, but when I saw that, I wanted to animate something, make it a little bit more unique, and come up with my own version of an effect like that. So then this is the version of the photo effect that I came up with. Kind of just wanted to sauce it up a little bit more, add some liquid glob behind it, a little bit displacement map, and just some movement. So let's open up some photos of YEAT in After Effects. We got 4 photos, pretty simple. And then I went through and masked out YEAT in every single one of them. I'm gonna duplicate the masked out layer, and on the middle layer, add turbulence displace on, play around with the values here, keyframe them. Be sure to easy ease those, that's a sauce. We got some of YEAT popping out and some of the car behind there. And then let's do some distort chroma on there as well. And then I don't want it to be that noticeable at first. Deep glow is gonna help out a lot. I want it to be like green. You go to tint and deep glow. You can use whatever glow you got, but I like deep glow a lot, so I'm gonna use deep glow. Go ahead and do that. Maybe bring down the brightness just a bit. And then we're gonna drag some flicker on there. That's looking good. And then I wanna add Displacer Pro. This is also some sauce. It's a free plugin, so look it up. It's on AE script. And I made the anchor point X and Y both 50%. That way it starts in the middle. And then let's translate the Y down a bit, and we're gonna keyframe it at the start, and then maybe go like 5 frames in. Also be sure to easy ease that shit. I'm gonna do the graph editor as well, and then I'm also just gonna add a little bit of deep glow, the same exact color to the top layer, make it way less noticeable. Basically have it nothing, and then I'm just gonna keyframe it towards the end where the glob in the background gets a little bit bigger, just so it adds a little bit of like that realism to it, like something's actually behind them. That's like a key about selling a lot of effects that people don't really got the sauce on, is if you're adding something in, just try to make it like practical throughout the whole entire thing. So it just makes more sense, like it's actually there. And then I'm gonna go through and control click all 3 of those layers and just pre-compose it. Toggle switches and modes, make sure that motion blur is on, keyframe the scale and position, and we just need to keyframe that a bit in, zoom in over on him. And then for my energy pack, I'm gonna be using the vertical quick hit, just to add a little bit of that shutter looking effect. It's just a good transition between the photos. And then I wanna go back through and maybe make it a little less noticeable from the start. I did a little bit behind. And that's looking cool. I like that. Now, the nice thing is if you want to stay consistent with the theme, what I'm going to go through and do, and it's kind of just best way to do it, copy and paste all the effects onto the middle layer of your next clip. And then you can go through and keyframe and change the keyframes and different values or whatever. But now you got all the same settings pretty much. If we play that, it's already kind of there. I'm going to change it to make it not look exactly like that. For this one, I'm going to keyframe the exposure from 0 to 50 at the end, or 0.5 at the end. Now let's get that Displacer Pro on the top layer again. But this time at the end, I'm going to keyframe it just to have it finish out a little bit different. And then I'm also going to take Displacer Pro and put it on the background of this one. At the beginning, I'm going to keyframe it positive, and then all the way at the end, I want it to go a little bit past positive, so like negative, and then I got to duplicate the background layer one more time just so we don't lose the ground here. And then whenever I add effects together, I like just trying out stuff. So I think I'm going to add some distort blur on that layer with Displacer Pro, and we definitely need to tweak the settings a lot, add a little bit of that blur. It just adds a little bit of something to it. And then we're going to pre-compose again adding that vertical quick hit for my pack, and then we also need to keyframe the position and scale. Zoom up on the Tonka and Zach and YEAT. So I've been messing around a lot with like liquid trippy kind of explosion like style, and I've just been messing around a lot with it, so stay tuned. There might be a little product on the way for that, just to sauce it up a little bit more. But here's another one that I've been working on. Let me know if this is something you guys want a tutorial on, kind of like explosion. I think it's super hard. We're probably gonna do a tutorial on it anyways. Just let me know, drop a like, drop a comment, and we'll get to it. Also for now, if you wanna follow along, I'm gonna be uploading my project files to my website. That way, if you wanna see exactly what I did or whatever, it's a lot easier that way. I'll have that link down below if you wanna check those out. Also for this one, I think I'm gonna go bold smoother here, tweak the settings a bit, do that vertical hit again, open up the transform settings, position and scale. This one, I don't even think I'm gonna change the position. I'm just gonna zoom in. Actually, I'll zoom up a bit too. That. And then I went ahead and did a very similar thing for these two, just split it in half because there's 2 different photos. And then lastly, I'm just gonna put the cherry on the top. I'm gonna add on Twizzy Shake from the energy pack. The energy pack has a bunch of different things that you could like easily just drag on at the end of this effect to kind of, just make it a little bit more unique looking. For example, I just added on the shake. I think that adds a little bit more energy. If it's a more like energetic part of the song, that would kill it. Strobe effect is pretty good. You can see how that makes it look crazy looking. You can also go through and add some sound effects or like the camera flash, just every time it splits, add on sound effect. I do not have speakers on right now, but I did this in a test. Hopefully I'm using the right sound effect. The sound effect you're hearing is from my Essential Sound Effects pack. Hopefully it's also not too loud. Like I said, I don't have speakers on, but that's what you would do. You would just add it on every single time it switches. So that's an effect that I would do for YEAT if I was editing one of his music videos and had the same footage that they had on Off the Line. That's an effect that I would include. Let me know what you guys thought of the effect down below. If you want to see that other one that I mentioned halfway through the video, drop a comment down below, drop a like. Appreciate everyone. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. But that's all I got for you guys in this one. Peace.